Hi besties, did you miss me? Here I am. Not a lot to miss really, but anyway. I just wanted to come back on just to have a short talk to you about some of the other things that have been going on in my mind lately. I was talking about my son earlier, well, all of my children earlier, and when I had my son I was 18, and to be quite honest with you, I suppose at 18 I thought I knew everything, but in all honesty I knew next to nothing. I'm not going to lie, I really did think that my mum was totally wrong in everything she said and I was totally right. It wasn't 2 years later, when I'd got my children, that I realised my mum was very right. Anyway, but anyway, when I was younger, I think I already let you know that things were really tight. My first husband wasn't exactly a worker, let's put it this way, and we found it hard sometimes to cope. Well, when I first had my Richard, I hadn't got much money at all, and we didn't own a camera, and I was really worried that I wouldn't have photographs of him that I could use later on to look back on to remind me of those times, because yeah, okay, I have beautiful memories of when the children were small, but you forget little things, don't you? And sometimes looking at a photograph, it can bring a real influx of memories, a certain touch of something or a smell of something, just bring those memories all cascading back into your mind, and I think that's wonderful. Anyway, I had pulled enough money together, and I know this sounds silly because it really was like that. Money was so tight, and I wanted to go and have in one of those, if you, what they call like a passport photograph booth. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of them. Anyway, I wanted to go in one of those, and I wanted to get a photograph of me and my little boy together, because by this time, I say by 3 months, I thought he was the bee's knees, mate. There wasn't another baby on this world like my son, let's put it that way. I'd only got him at the time. But in this photograph that I had done of him and me, tiny little photograph, it was actually, I was already pregnant with the next one. So didn't realise that, but there you go. Anyway, the photograph, as you can see, is really, really tiny. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm holding it at the right place for you to see it. I really do hope I am. And if I'm not, I fully apologise, ladies, because I can't see what you're seeing. Anyway, it happens to be one of my favourite photographs of me and my son together. So I was only 18. Look at the smile on my face. I was so happy. Anyway, and I carried this everywhere with me in my purse for a long, long time. And then I began to see that by keeping it in my purse, it was starting to get a little bit ripped, and it had some marks in it where some of the actual photographic solution, whatever it is, had come off. So I took it out and I put it in my cupboard in a cup. Well, a few months ago, I found it again, and I thought, oh, I want to put it out. So one of my daughters, I think it was Recia, really kindly bought me a new pin board, but it's not a pin board, it's like cloth covered with ribbon, and you just slot the things into it where you want them to go. So I thought, oh, I'll put that back up now. So I slotted it in there so I could see it. Anyway, after some months, I'd been looking and I'd seen all these beautiful photographs that people had done. I mean, my Charlotte's had some wonderful canvases done for me for the children. Really lovely. Of the children, sorry. Really lovely. And I had them put up. I don't know if you can see them, but they're behind me over in the corner. And I thought, you know what, wouldn't it have been nice if when my Richard was small, I could have had that canvas made, you know, can't bring that time back, but I would have really loved it. So anyway, I went down to our local printers, and I said to them, you know, I've got this tiny, weeny little photograph. I don't even think we'll have success in getting it done, but I wondered if you could have a look and just see if there's any chance for me having it blown up, you know, even if it's to an ordinary size, so I can get it put on the canvas, because I don't want to lose it, and it is getting older. So anyway, and then I forgot about it for weeks. I think there was other things on my mind, and I thought, oh crumbs, you know, this isn't going to happen. So then one day I thought, right, get it. So I popped it into an envelope, and I went down and I said to the gentleman down there, I said, I've brought the picture, and I showed him the picture. And he looked at it and he thought, oh crumbs, it's small, bit marked, you know how they do. And I went, yeah, I know, you know, if it's not savable, then it's not savable, and I fully understand. Anyway, so he said to me, no, he said, I'll give it a go. So he scanned it into the computer, and we had a look at the picture together, and he said, how big do you want it? And we made all these discussions and everything. And I said this, but I didn't want a lot of it. I didn't want it totally restored. I wanted the picture left a little bit like it was because that's the memory of it being old, blah, blah, blah. And he said, right, give me 2 weeks. So I said, okay, we'll see how it goes. So anyway, I told my daughters I'd had it done. Well, I had a phone call to say it was ready, and I couldn't go down. I wasn't well, I wasn't moving very well, and I was also looking after Nanny Mary, my mum-in-law. So I sent one of the girls to get it, and when she come home, I was so thrilled with it. I've got it here. My Charlie Bear, which was a gift from a very dear friend. It came today, actually. It's a gift, and it's my cuddles, so that I get my cuddles. And this, I'm hoping you can see it, is how it came out. I was absolutely thrilled. I was so hope you can see it. I'm sure you can. Bring it a little bit closer. Let's hope it focuses. So it's A4 size, and I was pleasantly surprised because they told me that it would cost me about £42, and I did save it. I kept the money, but it was only, I think, 20 something, but I can't remember when it came. And it is like a box frame, and it goes over in the corner with all my other pictures. I love black and white. Black and white is the way I like my pictures done. I love it. Even with the snow on the ground, black and white still makes it look better. So my Charlie Bear's looking after it. Thank you, Charlie Bear. Thank you, Charlie Bear. I love you, Charlie Bear. You are my friend. I love anything soft, and the colour is yellow, as you can see. And behind here, which you can't see, is a lavender bag, and I love lavender in my house. So that's wonderful. I didn't when I was little, but obviously I'm getting old now because lavender, oh, it's lovely, lovely. Right, so very quickly I'll say to you, Mum is doing fine, broken elbow, doing fine. Put on her own stockings, or should I say pop socks. If you people don't know what pop socks are, they're actually like stockings, but they only come up to your knee. She wears them all the time, and she said yesterday it took her half an hour, but she managed to put them on herself. She washed her own hair, one-handed, at the sink. So things are looking up, girls. She said to me, could I say hi to everyone out there, and could I also tell you that she is so pleased with all your good wishes and prayers, and she appreciates them all. She said to thank you for every single one of them, that you're all wonderful. And yes, I do pass the messages on every time I see one, or every time I'm given one from anyone, here or in Reborn World, YouTube World, in the co-op. I do pass the messages on. So that was another just quick one. I wanted to show you my picture and show you my boy and how he was, you know, when he was little. He was such fun, bless him. Blonde hair, big blue eyes. It was an absolute angel. Anyway, I'll say goodbye to you now and tell you all I love you to bits. You keep me going. I love you, my besties. Bye.